Hey, Crown Content Publications, followers, viewers, supporters, listeners. Thank you for tuning in, clicking on another video with the Crown Content Publications YouTube channel family, where publishing and marketing services finally meet. If you're new to my channel, this segment actually is soon about to explain a little bit about that motto of ours, that mission, slogan of ours, where publishing and marketing meet, and how this has been assisting authors and entrepreneurs throughout the year 2022. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Even if you're just stopping by, we do ask for your support. Subscribe is absolutely free. It's the click of a button. That way you can continue to follow, segments just like these where we are giving out information about our services, what has updated, what has changed, how possibly adding us as your content management team could make a big difference for your business or, your craft as a writer in the year of 2022. So I don't think you want to miss this. Thank you guys, my faithful 91 subscribers throughout the year of 2022. Yay! We love you. We love you. If you're new to my channel, I better introduce myself. I am author, publisher, podcaster, Tetta Sherry Whitney, and I'm also the founder of Crown Publishing Content. We have been established at this time since 2019, and if you listen to that year, 2019 was pretty much a different type of year, right, compared to 2020, 2021, and 2022, okay? And what it is, that was the year that we actually had the vision, we are self-publishers. We know what it takes, to sit up and put a book vision together and bring it to life digitally. And we just wanted to begin to offer services to also help authors begin to do the same thing, potential writers, poets, and things like this, right? So what we did is, gather a team of freelance writers that are always on standby, always on call, that understand the vision and the mission of Crown Content Publications. Not just our platforms, but, the Crown Publishing Content business altogether when it came to promoting and assisting freelancers and entrepreneurs in 2022. Once again, we thank you for your support, for following us, for tuning in to our business and entrepreneurial segments. Though we have our motivational and inspirational segments as well, we do that. We call them mental health segment checks because we know that sometimes being a leader like an entrepreneur is not easy, right? Everybody might not understand your vision every step of the way, no matter what level of entrepreneurship you might be at, entry level, 2 years in, 5 years in. Every entrepreneur knows that no vision grows overnight. So especially those ones that, might have started off with little to no support. It's very important to us that we do our promotional interview segments with other entrepreneurs, because we never know what connections could help the next entrepreneur down the line. And that's pretty much what pretty much just sums up who we are and why, our vision is our vision, why our mission is our mission, and why we will continue to push as strong as we do with what we do, even going into 2023. If you clicked on this video because of the title of this video or you saw that thumbnail, then you probably clicked on it because you wanted to see what is it that this particular vlog or podcaster has to say any different when it comes to formatting, digital formatting, and how this has been changing the world of business, not just in 2022, but in the new era. As a matter of fact, before I carry on about formatting services and what I have to say about them as a vlogger, as a self-publisher myself, who likes to publish digital ebooks, digital blogs, digital articles, I want to kind of go ahead and shout out my website for those who might be new to my channel, where you can learn more about our mission to service independent authors and freelancers in the year 2022 and moving forward. That website is going to be www.crowncontentpublications.com. Okay, this is where you can find more business contact information like our email, where you can reserve a slot to become a guest on one of our live entrepreneurial podcast segments, right? Also, if you would like to tune in to previously recorded podcast interviews with entrepreneurs and authors just like you in 2022, visit Spreaker.com. /show/5379253. You can also find Crown Publishing content in 2022 on platforms like iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, right? Trying to think of all of them, y'all. Apple Radio. We're out there. Just look us up. Make sure you give us a subscribe. Feel free to leave reviews also on those podcast segments, because this is the way. I'm going to be just straightforward about it. This is how I learn, how I can get better at what I do when I'm doing my interviews with other entrepreneurs, like credit builders, tax preparers, right? Remodelers. We've talked to hairdressers. We've talked to event venue specialists. We've talked to wedding planners. We just want y'all to know that it doesn't matter what field of business you are in as an entrepreneur. We support you. We love you at the Crown Content Publications podcast family, and we would love to give you the opportunity to promote yourself a little more, your services, what inspired you to get started and stuff like that, right here on the Crown Content Publications YouTube channel in 2022 and moving forward. In the comment section, I'll also be sharing the link, guys, to where you can reserve a slot to become a guest on our show soon. All we ask is that you continue to share, maybe on your social media platforms and things like this. Share with a friend, family member that might be off into entrepreneurship too. Just kind of help us promote what we do. We're going to ask you to promote us by sharing those interview flyers at the end of our interviews, and that's about it. But through the year 2022, all of our podcast segments are absolutely free. We do this because we knew we had to start somewhere. We had to get our name out there as a podcast platform, and what we've been doing for entrepreneurs. Somehow we've even talked to musicians, artists. I don't know if I covered that, artists, like musical artist type of deal, but even if you're an artist, you like to paint canvases like these or something, or you might be off into creating jewelry, or I think I mentioned hairdresser, but right, there's nothing off limits when it comes to us. We just want to kind of help put you out there as we build our presence as a podcast platform. So boom, I'm not going to waste any more time. You clicked on this video because you saw the information that I wanted to talk about when it came to Crown Publishing content formatting services. Yes, when you visit our website, www.content.crownpublications.com, it is going to give you more information about why we format for people, how you can at least book your first free consultation and learn more, because there might be some questions you have that I do not cover on this video segment today. But you can always book that first free 60-minute consultation with my team to learn more about how we can help you format your content, why we got the name Crown Content, what our clients so far love about us, how on call we've been, how versatile and flexible we are, even with our prices. You can go Google right now, content manager, what a content manager does, how a content manager helps businesses, and how many different types of content managers there are. So I want to kind of give more of details about the content management services we specialize in, right? Because you're going to have your SEO content management managers, your social media content managers, right? Ebook content managers. So I'm going to cover, a few of the areas when it comes to formatting and content management that Crown Content Publications has been helping entrepreneurs and authors with in 2022. And then you guys kind of go from there. Of course, once again, you visit that website, www.content.crownpublications.com. It is going to give you that business phone number, business hours, more details and ways of how you can contact us when it comes to crowning your content, getting that content to look a certain way where, because you might already have your target audience, but once again, that's just something people pay attention to when it comes to trying to promote and market your business, is your wording, the way you're advertising. I'm once again using the term content management, guys, not marketing manager. Maybe we will get to that level at the Crown Publishing content family, but we're not quite there yet, okay? So we're just here to talk about formatting services that we want to offer to entrepreneurs and indie authors in 2022. You don't want to miss this. Number one on my list, I kind of want to talk about a little bit, is those formatting services, that we market and promote predominantly, our target audience when it comes to here. What I'm about to go over here would be writers, aspiring writers, poets, authors, and this is what I mean. You may right now look around your house, look on your desk, your bookshelf, and find out that you have a dream journal or diary sitting somewhere that you never thought about turning into a book. And that's just the first part of what I have to say. Books have been here for centuries. Books have, teach us about history. Books have always been a form of communication as well, right? Somebody writing and us reading and pretty much just catching on to the message that the writer is trying to say. Where am I trying to get with this? So we know this about books, the tangible books that you can open and read and, turn the page. But in the new era, the new millennium, it's no secret with the new age generation that everybody rather read online, like literally digitally read everything. Like, who watches the news anymore? I'm not knocking you if you do, but you can literally download. I'm not going to tell y'all the ones I follow specifically, not just on YouTube, but I'm talking about whole news apps where I prefer to, wake up and read the current news for that day, right? What we don't know is there's somebody behind the scenes at all times, and this is their work as a content manager. Because I could go more into detail of the difference, when we're talking about ghostwriting and actually or proofreader or editor, and then boom, a whole content manager, okay? Because you pretty much have that app established, right? You might be some news reporting station or whatever, and you're like, what, it would help me to hire or contract with a content management team like Crown Publishing Content. I'm just using us for an example, to help me, bring my thoughts, my intellectual thoughts and ideas, from paper to digital platforms, okay? And that would require, at the end of the day, some type of formatting, right? Not just the editing and proofreading and things like that, but how we're actually formatting those pages. How can I explain this? The font, I'm trying to say it without saying too much. All of that matters when somebody's sitting up reading something, okay? The color of the background we want to use. How do we want to get people's attention through these articles? How are we formatting your content, right, to bring your vision alive when it comes to your journal, your diary, your notes, your manuscript that you are looking to publish, right? And like I say, it's like publishing is publishing. You can publish an article. You know what I'm saying? We used to get these daily newspapers at the door. I'm not too old, guys, but I'm just talking about my experience with life in the past 30 years. And it was more popular. I remember like in the 90s, right? Early 2000s, a lot of us, we sit at the table, drink our coffee and read those newspapers. But those same big newspapers have even caught on to the blessing, right? There might be some curses on the side too with that, but the blessing and, being able to publish articles digitally. And that's why you'll see people like Star Telegram, New York Times with whole apps of their own or whole websites where you can go and read their content, their news online, right? You might even have a vision where you say, I want to start my own, news reporting platform, my own news reporting blog, where I want to talk about things that matter to me. Whether you're a firefighter, a domestic violence advocate, somebody that works in homes with children, orphans or something like that, and you want to start a blog, you might be a homeschool parent, so you have the vision, you have the ideas, you even know what you want to say, you have so much to say, that you can give this information or even start something like this to where people can find your content and information and things like that digitally, right? So you might find yourself saying, I have the vision, but it might help me to get a content management, a content manager on my team who can help me with the formatting and editing and proofreading and all these things, and even publishing this, getting my own platform started to where I can bring what I'm trying to put out there alive. I touched on dream diaries and stuff like that too, because a lot of us are very intuitive people. We may have other reasons why we want to start a blog, right, to put our intellectual thoughts out there to the world about something. And I'm not saying that's not something you can do on your own, guys. Just remember that I did mention Crown Publishing Content does offer free consultations for everybody that's interested, every new client that's interested, so you can even see if we could be a good fit. Of course, that consultation would look like me going into more details of how these services would work for you, how we would work out that payment plan for you, and really make this a real possibility for you, right? You being able to contact us with your needs and content needs, because we're not at social media, how some people need formatting services for social media posts, marketing and advertising and things like this, but that is another part of the formatting services we do offer, right? You might know exactly what you're trying to market, offer, or advertise to your target audience, or to your potential clients, but you just kind of need, like I said, that content manager to kind of help you on the side. I feel like every business really, content manager is just one, but just the age we're in, and with everybody pretty much doing everything virtually and through technology and digitally, why not have a content manager on your side, right? That you can have on call anytime, to help you make sure everything is edited, proofread, and looks the way it needs to look, as far as your advertising goes. So anyways, people are converting their thoughts on paper and pen. Like, this is not a secret. I'm just kind of putting it out there with what I have to say about this today, to digital ebooks, right? And not just those ebooks, guys, but now they have ebooks that are audibles, right? You don't even have to read it. It's the app is reading the whole book to you, right? So that's another thing as a content manager we could discuss during one of our consultations. But anyways, we do understand that a lot of people would like to get their books out there on broader platforms. Amazon is just one we talk about a lot. It's one of the most popular and things like that. But in our consultation, we can very well discuss how there are millions of ebook platforms, right? And that how just adding a content manager to your team, somebody who can constantly on call format any draft of manuscript that you have prepared, and pretty much distribute that manuscript on all these different digital ebook platforms for you, and help you with your chances of just getting your name out there as an author and promoting yourself a little more. And do remember, we kind of talked about our promotionals too that we offer for authors that might be interested in 2022 right here with the Crown Publishing Content family. So y'all keep that in mind too. I am going to leave the link for you guys to be able to reserve your slot to become a guest on our show soon. Talk about those digital ebooks, and you might want to publish those for any reason. That's not my business. Just know that we are here as content management managers here with the Crown Publishing Content team, ready to service you, okay, with those type of assistance needs that you might have, or questions and things like that. Digital articles, we talked about that with how even major news stations today, big well-known news stations, ABC, all these different people have apps and websites where you can digitally read the news. You don't even need the newspapers. And why is this a big deal? Most of us have at least one tablet, one phone, one laptop lying around the house that we prefer, we have at our fingertips 24/7 anyway, even at work. What did I used to do on lunch break? I found myself trying to keep up with the news, and I wasn't doing it with a newspaper. Even though where I was just working, they were readily available, right? Like whether they're the city newspaper, or community newspaper, or just like a more well-known platform of news. I just prefer to read it on my phone, right? Or I have the ones, like I said, I have bookmarked that I follow. And I know if I'm like that, I prefer to read the news and keep up with articles and stuff like that digitally. Other people do too, but I just want you guys to remember that vision is very real. Hiring a content management team or content manager like myself to help you bring that vision alive can very well help you go far, okay? Magazines is another one, right? A lot of us can still find People magazines and all this different type of stuff at our local grocery store when we're at the checkout line. It's just sitting there, right? What's the other one called? Inquirer. You got all type of magazines, Jet, and I'm just naming some that used to be some of my personal favorites that we literally subscribed to and got them in the mail every month, okay? There's even ones for family, like those baby magazines. There's different names for them, parenting magazines. Well, a lot of people don't know, but even magazines are being digitally formatted today to enter their way on digital platforms. A lot of us read magazines right online today. Okay, you can Google what I'm talking about, but just know we offer formatting services so that those articles for your magazine or whatever can also be drafted into a digital ebook for your clients or, followers or whatever it is you got going. YouTube scripts is another thing that we find ourselves formatting, helping clients with, right? It's not that you don't know what you want to talk about or what you want to cover, but we have found ourselves writing, anywhere from 300 words to 3,800 words or more when it came to scripts for popular, when we're talking about channels that have great followings, that have big clientele base and things like this. So a content manager may be very important to them, but how this could help anybody, okay? If you find yourself needing an on-call content manager to help with those YouTube or social media scripts, y'all, what do they call them? Reels and TikTok scripts, right? Feel free to get in contact with us for that service as well. Blogs kind of ties hand in hand with articles, but at the same time, we might find ourselves, especially as entrepreneurs, with 4 to 5 blogs, right? And they're all talking about they all cover different things. Like this right here is for my fashion line. This right here is for my book line. This right here is for my jewelry line. And you just need a consistent content manager to help you, format and keep that page professional, right? When we talk about those blog pages, vlogs, even social media posts. So we pretty much covered that and how our formatting services cover that area, of services for businesses or entrepreneurs or just social media influencers. So become a little more popular as far as trying to get our presence out there in the way that our formatting services or content management services has also been helping homeschool parents, leaders, guardians, and things like this. We do offer, to format, ghostwrite, edit, proofread when it comes to curriculum planning. You might need scripts when it comes to your curriculum or business documents, like help with those report cards, transcripts, progress reports. We all know we do our separate homeschool segments and why those things would be important and keeping records of those things for your children, and for their future, just keeping a record of what you have been teaching, what you plan to teach, and how well they did after you taught it, right? You just kind of need those documents. So homeschool parents, Crown Publishing Content has definitely been on a roll, and our team been on a roll trying to make sure that we have those services available to you when it comes to content management, because it's not that you can't teach your kids or that you don't know what you're going to cover or how you want to do it. Sometimes just having somebody put this curriculum plan together for you, us sitting down, having that consultation so that I know your needs, because every homeschool parent's needs is going to be different. Why? Every homeschool student, first of all, is in a different grade. They're at a different level. Every homeschool guardian, parent, leader has different goals for their students, right? So even a lot of homeschools, y'all see that, right? Like they have these digital platforms, these online schools that are working with our kids virtually, okay? And whether we want to think about it or not, there's somebody who has to sit behind the scenes and even get that curriculum uploaded, formatted, professionally edited to go on that website so that your child will be able to get the best education possible, okay? Just know that content management services and managers and companies also help, businesses such as that. I hope I'm saying that right without saying too much, okay? When it comes to our curriculum planning, scripts, packages, formatting packages, and things like this, in our consultation, we will definitely discuss that more. Once again, you can find our business number at that website, www.crowncontentpublications.com. We like to break down our services in increments of 30 days, 30-day curriculum. 30-day curriculum plan, right? 60-day curriculum plan might cost a little more. 90-day curriculum plan, 120-day curriculum plan, okay? And I'll definitely break that down more in a consultation, because I even break it down from how many subjects you would need help when it came to, the formatting services and ghostwriting for you and getting those type of documents together for you. 1 to 3 subjects would look one price, for 30 days than 3 to 5 subjects, that you might need help with getting that curriculum with on a 30-day plan. Okay, let's say you choose the 60-day plan and like, oh my gosh, this will help me so much. I have a home business, or I work from home, and I work from home in the evenings, but I'm teaching my kids in the mornings. And yes, 60-day goes a long way. I just rather pay Crown Publishing Content every 60 days to help me get this curriculum together. It would look like you choosing that 1 to 3 subjects, because that might help you. You're like, you know what, I got the other 3 subjects. My kids do a total of 6 from home. But you know what, just having a content management team, services team on my team, putting those 3 subjects of curriculum together for me, on top of those report cards, transcripts, progress reports, and any other, school document that might help me save time, because that's what I talk a lot about on my segments. As business owners, as independent parents, or single parents, whether you're single parent or not, just the more independent we become, it doesn't mean that you're not going to need help or more assistance along the way. I actually feel like, what we're all buying more than anything during this inflation, during this recession, during these post-pandemic times, is time. Right? We're either working more hours, so that's taken away from what we're able to do and contribute to at home. This is not that type of segment, but everybody has their opinions about it. Some are 2-parent households, some are 1-parent households, but either way, we are fighting for time. Can you guys agree? Some people are going to make you buy the time. Sometimes you're going to come up with creative ways during this recession and inflation to, manage your time for free. And maybe I'll do another segment on what I mean by what I just said, because I could go into detail about what I just said and why I feel that way. But I feel like more than gas and food and anything else we're buying out here, it's time. Okay, so to keep that business running as efficiently and as professionally, that social media business page, that's business YouTube channel, you're going to have to find the time to keep up with everything, or invest in a service or company. Like I say, social media manager, content manager. That's why jobs like these, how can I put it, they're becoming more popular. More people are going in that direction. They're more in demand because it's easy to start a social media business. I don't want to say easy, but I feel like y'all know where I'm coming from. It's easy to start a online business and things like this, but you're either buying the time, buying the service, to keep that running as smoothly as you need it to, or like I say, you're coming up with creative ways to do this yourself, creative schedules that work for you and your family. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is Crown Publishing Content understands, and this is why we market our formatting and content management services the way we do for independent entrepreneurs, freelancers, and authors, okay? Because we don't feel like anybody should have to stop their craft, their vision, right, their goals as a student, any of that, just because of how times are changing out here. I hope that makes sense. Video like, guys, if you like the direction I'm going so far with the information I'm giving when it comes to formatting services that Crown Publishing Content offers its clients and potential clients in the year 2022 and moving forward. Give us a like. Share this video as well with an entrepreneur friend, even if they can't use the content management or formatting services I've been describing here. Maybe they're interested in a promotional free interview segment on our separate podcast or on our channel. We do some of our interviews on here, guys, live on our YouTube channel. That's something fairly new. We began in the past 90 days even, but I'm not going to say it was in demand, but we just see how, a lot of people kind of deal with YouTube, and why not share our presence on YouTube? Start us a YouTube channel platform, right, where we are also sharing what other entrepreneurs do and how their services might be able to help you moving forward, okay? Give this video a like and don't forget to share to show your support. Almost through here, guys. Thank you for keeping up with me so far. I'm going to take a water break because, woo, I just feel like I get long-winded sometimes. Let's talk a little bit about how our formatting services, editing, proofreading, content management services all together have been helping entrepreneurs or small businesses, okay? It's crazy how loosely I feel like the word entrepreneur is used. Every small business, like, to me, somebody started it. That was somebody's vision. That was somebody's goal. That was somebody's dream one day. And I feel like even if you're the type of small business that has grown in the past 3 to 5 years, 1 to 2 years and stuff like that, you fall in the entrepreneur category. Though you have a team of 15 employees and stuff like that, you're an entrepreneur because it's your business, right? You filed for the LLC. You're the one that put all the hard work behind it and everything. So we also consider you guys entrepreneurs, and this is what I mean. Now that you might have started a business, you have employees, you have business memos that need to go out like daily or weekly. A content manager like the people on our team at Crown Publishing Content may be able to help you with that, okay? It's not just about how professional our work is, but I also feel like I should go ahead and speak on our turnaround times, because if you're talking about helping 3 or 4 businesses a day, and this is why I need a team of freelancers all the time, and why we've been doing what we've been doing at Crown Publishing Content. But when you talk about something like business memos, type documents that need to go out daily via email, and somebody managing the content, making sure it's perfect enough for all your employees to understand, business colleagues, partners, and things like this, your turnaround time, didn't we just talk about time? To me, that's going to matter. Not just how professional you can get that content managed and keep it managed and things like this, and have it to that small business owner, in a timely fashion. To me, that matters. So don't feel overwhelmed is all I'm saying in 2022, when you have people like Crown Publishing Content that's willing to come out on the forefront and tell you that we're offering these services to help make your job a little easier, okay? So business memos is just an example of I wanted to touch on. Emails, right? Those long, lengthy emails, you might need to go out weekly to your business colleagues, employees, business connections or whatever. Especially you guys that often run pop-up shops and which I call them vendor events and stuff like that. Just know that we're here to kind of help you manage the content to get that, because you're probably going to be doing the average. I just kind of spoke on it, and I hope I made it clear. We are not marketing managers, right? We help you with the content to help you get to marketing a little quicker, a little easier, right? So that's what that is with the business memos, emails that we're willing to kind of help you draft the content for. Business calendars, we understand, because you might want those produced a month before time, right? You don't want to wait till, I don't know how to explain it, but pretty much you might call us every November. I'm sorry, not every November, but every 30 day prior before the next month to prepare your business calendar, so that, it's not our business once we get it back to you. You're just letting me know as your content manager, this is what I need on the calendar, because I'm about to send this to all my business colleagues and employers, so they kind of know what the deal is for the next month, whether that be a schedule, a schedule that you're going to keep them on, time frame, or just events that are going to be happening for that month. Sometimes it helps you save time. Once again, you're going to come up with creative ways to get these things done yourself as an entrepreneur, college student, homeschool teacher, and things like this. You're going to come up with creative ways so you don't have to spend money, or you're willing to invest a little bit to save you more time, so that you're able to do what you need to do still, when it comes to life, as a mother, as a wife, as a husband, as a sister, as a brother, whatever it is, okay? Marketing postscripts, we do help. I think I spoke on it a little bit. It's not our business who you're going to be marketing to, how often you're going to be marketed. Hey, our job is done once we get that marketing script done for you, unless you decide that you want to keep us on your team for the rest of the year. We do offer those type of contracts. We're open to that, so that's just something I want you guys to keep in mind. Business proposal documents, we can help you format the content for. Business plans, professional portfolios, resumes, okay? Spreadsheets, I kind of didn't want to touch on, because when we talk about Crown Publishing Content and me, the founder, having all the different experiences in the field of business that I do, even being a business student right now, I didn't know if I wanted to bring up spreadsheets in another form of document in this segment that we are willing to format for businesses, but I'm going to say it like this. Y'all book those free consultations. If a spreadsheet or something for your business weekly or monthly is something you need, just know that I do have people on my team. I myself have experience with spreadsheets and creating those for businesses, small businesses and entrepreneurs. And like I say, once again, it's not it's not our business what you're going to use that document for once we create it for you. But we do kind of know, that's our business when it comes to why spreadsheets are important, when it comes to maybe your budgeting, invoices, keeping record of these things, monthly, weekly, however that works for you, especially when it comes to for tax purposes. But yes, I might as well throw it in there. This is something else. This is pretty much content as well. If you need assistance with keeping up with that type of content, you know what I'm saying? What do I say? Numbers, your calculations and things like this. We're here to help you, okay? Those expenses every month. It's just businesses know. The businesses that know what I'm talking about. Because I'm not completely at the level of business consultant yet, but I am going that direction in life, okay? I would share with y'all my anticipated graduation date. Just know it's close, and I've worked very hard to get here. And my vision, a lot of people don't understand that college is just the education route. That's just one level of your path when you have career goals and vision. In college they don't kind of tell you what you should do with your education, but this is something I would like to do as a content manager. Be able to incorporate different services with my small business that help other entrepreneurs. It is what it is, and it can sound like a lot to people who don't have vision or who may not even understand that side of business, okay? But this is something that we want to do, and that's why I can say, hey, I have a little tax experience. As I study taxes, I study the benefits for tax. I don't want to get to, because this is not that type of segment. We're talking about formatting content and our content management services. But isn't that interesting how also numbers and spreadsheets and those type of documents to me is also content, right? Even if it's just for your own personal use and you want a content manager on your side, right? You might I'm not at the level where I want to fully hire a business consultant, but I know I need this service. I know I need help with certain content when it comes to my business. I need this type of help. You're not going to find many content managers that say, yeah, we can create this type of spreadsheet for your business, this type of tax document, or this right here that you might need, help you keep this in order. You're not going to find a lot of content management services that also offer that. So we all have our different reasons. Business is business, and they become competitive for different reasons. One might offer something, right? Target might have a service that Walmart doesn't offer. It's the same thing with content management services and things like that. Simply put. So I have talked so much that I am going to go ahead and close this segment like this today, because I have a few more videos that I want to kind of bring to the table. But once again, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for even tuning in to this segment to see what it is we have to say when it comes to formatting services and on our content management side of services that we do only not offer to authors in the year 2022, but also to entrepreneurs and freelancers, okay? Because we know how much more they are doing on their own. That's why that's my target audience. Amen. And we are thankful. I just want to give a special shout out and thanks to all of you entrepreneurs that have supported Crown Publishing Content by becoming a guest on our show within the past 6 to 9 months. We couldn't have made this possible without you being able to share your vision, your services, your work with my followers and things like that. So and listeners on our separate podcast show, we thank you a million times. Mwah! Okay. Don't forget, you can also pick up Crown Publishing Content merch as well on our website. The little, y'all probably can't see the words right there, but it says we're publishing and marketing meet. It says the same thing on our t-shirts, but you can support us that way too. When you invest in one of our tablet journals, you can keep, for notes, especially if you're a writer or author, your book ideas, right? Your character ideas, your setting ideas, your synopsis. Even if you just wanted to write down a list of publishing companies that you plan to pitch your book to, this is a perfect journal to help you keep up with those type of notes and thoughts. If you are the type of ghostwriter that messes with music for people, this is also a perfect journal to help you keep those lyric ideas and things like that together. But you can find out more information about how to order one of these when you visit my website, www.crowncontentpublications.com. And we thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, once again, I'm going to shout out that website. website, www.contentcrownpublications.com. You can contact us Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mountain Time at 1-206-278-7911. Feel free to rewind the video as much as you need. I don't think I have to say this to grown, mature people out there. Grown, mature people, ignore what I'm about to say, but please do not call my business number if it is not about business purposes or to inquire about real content management services for your social media page, YouTube channel, a small business. What do we talk about? Business memos, emails, professional portfolios, email. You know, if you're not looking for somebody to help you get your content together, a really, really professional writer who can give you advice on what direction you should take that works for you, please don't contact that number. Simply put, our email is crowncontentpublications@aol.com if you might have questions or inquiries about anything I discuss on this channel today. We thank you for your time. If you're new, I'm author, podcaster, publisher, Miss Whitney, and we thank you for your support, and until next time.